My character's relationship with the reader is my own relationship. I love people in general, and that's reflected in my characters. My characters are very human, and the next guy recognizes himself. No matter how fantastic that character is, the next guy will always relate to him because his motivations and the character's motivations are exactly alike.
Family. That's what I leave Fantastic Four First Steps thinking. This was a story of family and community. In today's superhero genre, we're constantly seeing heroes as the outcasts, the misfits, people hesitant to trust them even after all the good they've done. Fantastic Four takes this and shifts it completely. We are dropped into Earth 828 with a world that idolizes the Fantastic Four as heroes, protectors, friends. They're a family with love and care for each other at their core. They've lived with their powers, they've experienced lesser battles. But this is something more. The Herald comes to hail the end of days. Galactus is coming, and this time not as a giant space ferret. The family go back to space, across the cosmos to find him and his chariot. A world eater for his ever-growing and insatiable hunger. And after billions of years and planets, he needs something to lift his course. The most perfect and pure thing our world has to offer, the culmination of two people's love for one another. Reed and Sue's baby boy, Franklin. Before their encounter with Galactus, we are told of their hardships trying to have a baby, something I'm sure lots of couples and families can relate to. So what would you do if you were told, unless you give up your baby, everything else is doomed? It felt like a real, tangible thing. Other than the giant spaceman, it's a story of a few simple questions. What would you do for your child? What would you do for your community? What would you do for your family? I don't know about you, but I know I would do anything to protect my family, my friends. Like any mother, Sue made a stand. She will not give her baby to the World Eater. Marvel's first family take on the Devourer, not as four heroes, but as a family, banding with a villain of their past to save their community, with the community doing everything in their powers to help Reed with his insane plot to take Earth away from the unending hunger of Galactus. Even after that, the community still stands strong. The first plan didn't work, but Mole Man and the citizens of Subterranea give safe harbor to those in the Surface world. After so much fighting, because this fight is bigger than any of them. It's not about the Fantastic Four versus Galactus. It's about family overcoming any obstacle. Galactus is cursed, devoid of anything but his never-ending hunger. His addiction. In his plot to satiate himself, he condemns everyone else. Even with his plot to end his vicious cycle, he would ruin the lives of two people trying for years for their perfect baby boy. He has no family. No love surrounds him in his horrid machination, just the rivers of fallen planets in an endless metal prison. With the Herald, filled with nothing but contempt and regret for her actions. Regret for the planets she's doomed to the Devourer and his hunger. Who's to say where he ended up? Billions of light years from Earth 828, sure. But maybe just a stone's toss from Earth 1999. But before Galactus feeds again, they must contend with something worse. Doom. This movie shows a family in Reed, Sue, Johnny, Ben and Franklin, a family in the community Ben grew up in, although it would have been nice to see Alicia Masters. A family which the Silver Surfer had to leave behind just to save them. A family in the people, the heroes, the Surfer, who work together to stop Galactus from harming their family. Along the way it's clear, Marvel, the MCU, and maybe the House of the Mouse forgot what it could be. It forgot the human in their superhuman stories. Long before we cared about Iron Man's final sacrifice for the world, we learned about the man Tony Stark was, and saw the man he grew to become before he snapped his fingers. We cheered alongside him building his way out of that cave for his redemption.
With a bunch of scraps!
His second chance. This is a second chance for Marvel. I said it before, we've been treated too many middle of the road or just bad superhero adaptations lately. But Fantastic Four is the first steps to a second chance. The slate is wiped clean. We only have one MCU movie until Doomsday. And after that, there isn't another one until Secret Wars. Like Phase 1, we have a smaller slate of projects in the calendar. Not 3 movies and 2 shows on Disney+. Hopefully that means good things for the future of the MCU. Higher quality, stronger stories. Meaningful sacrifices. This should be a wake-up call. For something to work, it can't be rushed with half-baked characters given to talented people to make work in a project simply designed to tease more films or shows. For it to work, it needs time, care, and love. just like a family.